Good afternoon. It's Dr. Brady with more practical leadership skills. Today, let's have a casual conversation about why good leaders still feel overwhelmed. Despite what they do, they still feel overwhelmed. I used to think the later I stayed at work and tried to get everything done for the next day, that I was so organized. But the truth is, I was so overwhelmed because I was trying to cram it all into a couple of hours at the end of the day. And it didn't matter if I stayed 2 hours or if I stayed to midnight, there would always be something to do. And so the truth is that good leaders can still feel overwhelmed. Despite all that you plan to do, you can still feel overwhelmed. And being overwhelmed does not equate to you being a failure. I think sometimes because the system and those above us may put too much on our shoulders, that we feel at the end of the day we're responsible for everything. And that's true just a little bit in theory. However, when you have a leadership team, you have to give them some ownership. So you have people that you delegate responsibilities to so that everybody's not coming to you for every single thing. They have to come to you to get approval. You get read receipts of all the emails. Why do you need that? I can see in some instances where you will need a read receipt, but not every single email. It will drive you crazy. Let's just say that. And I'm thinking right now, my personal email box is like 37,000. Who thinks I'm going to read 37,000 emails? But if you internalize that with work emails, you're going to feel overwhelmed. So you have to create some type of system so that you are not ping-ponging with every email. Somebody emails, you got to answer them right back. Somebody emails, answer them right back. Somebody emails, answer them right back. Sometimes you just have to let it sit for a while and think about it. Or if you have to email a person back, just say, let me think about that for a while and get back with you. So try not to be the only go-to person, and try not to be the one that has to have every read receipt. You have to have a copy of every single thing that goes out of the building. I can see wanting to approve it because, let's be clear, sometimes some people may not have good grammar skills, and so you do not want something going out because it represents the school and ultimately it represents you. You don't want it going out if it's not written correctly. I get that. However, you still have people on your leadership team who can do some of those things for you and take some of that off your shoulders. Another reason that leaders can get overwhelmed because there's a lack of boundaries. You have to set your boundaries and you have to stick to them. Even in our personal lives, and I'm currently doing this, I'm setting boundaries, and no longer will I let people cross those boundaries, because when people cross those boundaries, it's saying you're not important enough for me to give you that space. So as leaders, we have to set the boundaries. People can't just come up on us in the office and say, I need to meet with you. That may not be a good time. It's always okay to say, let me get back with you on that. Or let's talk a little bit later. You don't have to stop, drop, and meet with everybody who wants to meet with you. So make sure that you are setting those boundaries. And try not to be the go-to person. You cannot be the go-to person. Send them to Miss So-and-so, send them to Dr. So-and-so, send them to Mr. So-and-so, and let them get the answers. Now, if there needs to be clarity, then that person can come to you. That person in leadership can come to you and empower your people. I can't say that enough. Just empower your people. They're there for a reason. They're wanting to work. They want the responsibility. So empower them to help you lead your team and your school or your church or your business or your organization. You have to empower others, because people often say there's no I in team. That's correct. It's simple, but it's the truth. If you try to make it all about you, you're going to be overwhelmed. And then here comes the stress. And then here comes your body trying to tell you that you have too much on your shoulders. So let's work on not trying to fix everybody's problems, but delegating. You should have a mediation team. If two people cannot agree on something and they're at odds, they don't need to come to you. Every week they have to sit down and talk to you. No, you're not a fixer. Don't try to fix everybody's problems. Put them in the hands of two of your leaders who can serve as mediators. Sit down and talk about it and come to an understanding as adults. So don't try to fix everybody's problems. Don't be copied on everything, and don't feel responsible for every single decision. Because if something fails and you made a decision, guess who they're coming to? They're coming to you. So being a good leader is not about doing more. It's about setting boundaries. It's about delegating and trusting the people around you. There are some good people on our teams. Trust them. Trust them. They will make you look good. They'll make you shine. And you will feel so much lighter. You don't have to take 10 bags home with you every night and have to make 2 trips to the car. Just take your work bag if you have to have it and go and enjoy your evening. Everybody else is enjoying theirs, and you're working till midnight, and you're sacrificing time with family, time with yourself, and you're gonna get overwhelmed. So remember, good leaders can get overwhelmed. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just means you need to reflect and redirect some of the responsibilities. So I'm gonna do a part 2 of this session, because there's a lot more to share and some solutions that I'd like to share with you. So stay tuned for part 2. Have the most amazing evening, and I'll see you next time. Take care.